Alright, where do we want to go? We just go like heavy life, heavy armor. Go a lot of life regen, so we're gonna go bam, 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 bam. That's energy shell. I want to. Hello, hello. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Ready for Path of Exile 2. Trying to burn some time. Oh,
It would be wrong to do that here. I am surrounded by
you have no.
corpses, fighting for
It's
nothing.
Diablo, but 20 times better. Wait, why can't I use? I forgot this. This
Fine work with
skill
her.
requires a two-handed weapon.
What have you got for me? Farewell.
I need a two-handed weapon. I don't think I have any lower level two-handed weapons though. Shit. Yeah, this game's it's an ARPG. This one has a very, very, very steep learning curve. Like I have 700 hours into it, and I still don't know a lot. It's very, very in depth. It's got a very, 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 very steep learning curve. Yeah, it's pretty damn confusing. I mean, it does have 10 plus years in the making, so that's a big it's pretty big. Use your melee weapon with seeing like some of the some of the skills you can't use because it requires a specific thing. And there's another coming. Yes, it's Path of Exile 2. It's actually coming out December 6th. I'll be doing a 24-hour stream, or even longer. We'll see. Yeah, it's no, actually, the funny thing is, Path of Exile 2. It's in the early access. You gotta buy You gotta buy a supporter pack. Like 30 bucks to get in. Early access. But it's way worth it because Path of Exile 2 is way more in depth when it comes to teaching you how to play the game. That's the one thing wrong with this game. It doesn't. It's hard. There's 10 years of content they've added, so you know it's damn near impossible to teach you everything. Other than here, put this gym in here, and you know what I mean. The whole gym system like this, you won't have sockets on your gear anymore. It's a separate tab. Uh, there's a lot. There's a lot to this game, so they're trying to make it user friendly or new user friendly. They want somebody to be able to come in from a different genre. Let's say they coming in from Call of Duty and be able to play it, which is smart from a marketing standpoint. But then again, they want to teeter towards, they want to still please their normal audience. Because if they don't please their normal audience, that's not a good thing. Yeah, you gotta have the balance. Like early access for POE2, which a lot of ARPGs or just games in general have problems with, is in-game. Not having an in-game or having a good enough in-game to keep people involved and wanting to play more and more and spend 12, 13 hours a day, Um, they were gonna put out 6 acts. Acts are essentially like, uh, you know, story-wise. You got one part of the story, and then another part of the story. In this game, there's 10 acts. And Path of Exile 2, there's 6, but since it's early access for up to 6 months, that's what they're calling for, is about 6 months. They put the last 3 acts aside and worked heavily on the in-game. So in early access, we'll have an in-game, and it's pretty insane. They brought a lot of the past seasons, is what they're called, or league, but they call them seasons. I mean, they're past seasons, but they're leagues. I don't know why I can't talk. They brought a lot of them from this game over to the new one and just revamped them, which is nice.
God hasn't
It
abandoned
would be
us.
wrong to do that here.
Got a job for you.
They're bringing a lot of. There's gonna be 12 characters altogether. 12 characters. They're classes, but they're characters. I could go into huge depth, but it would take us a year to go through all of it. Um, there's gonna be 6 characters at the beginning, and then they're gonna add more. Um, but they the cool thing about this game, um, they are connected when it comes to microtransactions. Unless, like how they said it, in Path of Exile 2, if you can transform into a bear, and that bear has a different microtransaction skin, obviously in Path of Exile 1 you won't be able to use it because there's no bear in this game. The currencies, like the whole system, when it comes to microtransactions, is connected. That's it. Other than that, yeah, no, not really connected. Other than they are They are the same game. I mean, not same game. I said that wrong. But they want it to be to where you can buy microtransactions in this game and transfer them over to, or have them on the other game, and vice versa, which is nice. Ooh, those are movement speed. But they're energy shield. Don't want that. We want movement speed on them. Increase armor, max life, fire res, increase.
It would be wrong to do that here.
But the cool thing about this game is you can, any skill can be for any character. It doesn't matter what character you're using. All skills are used on all characters. So you can make the craziest builds you want. The builds are infinite. Like, you see this? Yeah, so every character has a starting slot, right? These little like wheel things. So the Marauder starts here, and then there's more stuff tiered to the Marauder around here, like more health, more armor, um, life regen, stuff like that. One-handed or axe masteries, mace. Then you can, like right here, this is the duelist. This is the duelist. So you have more like physical attack damage, yada yada, regen, mana stuff. You can essentially start at your Marauder and build all the way over to here, or build up to here. It's fucking insane, literally insane. All right, we wanted to go down here. That's the cool thing about this game, is you're not stuck, with just a certain amount of like 3 or 4 different skills, and then, or you know what I mean. Like the amount of builds you can do are literally almost infinite. The build combos, it's literally, it's crazy. I came from Diablo, and I have not turned back. What do you do? Or kind of the point? There's the that's a hard question to answer. I'll answer it in the simplest way I can. Is you want your character to be a god. That's the end goal. To be a god and to have fun. Obviously have fun is one of the main thing. But you want to be able to, become a god. That is, yeah. Here, I'll show you. So this is early Act 1. Here, I'll show you. So that's a level 5. So your dungeons are your maps. Your maps are essentially your dungeons. Oh. I'm like, what the hell's going on? That is the wrong character. So here is a T17 map. This is one of the hardest content in the game, okay? Other than Uber bosses and stuff like that. This is a T17 map. This is one of the hardest one of the hardest things other than Uber bosses. Because there's Uber endgame bosses. And pretty much farming for loot is... Because there's a whole currency system. There's... Oh, yeah. Well, that happened. See, and you gotta be careful what maps you choose. Because some maps have debuffs. Debuffs that will absolutely destroy your character. Even if you have one of the best builds in the game. Like what's happening to my character. And then these T17 bosses, Tier 17 bosses are literally insane. And that happens. How balanced are the different builds from each other? Like, you absolutely fuck it up if you don't know what you're doing. 1000% you can do that. There's a thing called Path of Building. Here, let's see if I can pull it up. So you've seen this. So there's people out there that have been playing this game for so long that they make builds that are insane. Like that build I just showed you, that was somebody's build. There's a thing called Path of Building. It's literally this whole skill tree, and it shows you there's tabs. It shows you like what armor to use, what roles, what different modifiers you want on your armor, what flasks you want to use. It helps you out big time. If you don't know what you're doing, I would highly recommend you follow a build guide. I didn't know that coming into the game, and it was a shit show. Yeah, so you definitely want to follow build guide. Me, I'm just killing time till Path of Exile 2, so I'm just gonna go willy-nilly it. See what I can do. Like, there's a build called Righteous Fire. It's literally a ring of fire, and you just run around burning stuff. They have a wiki page, a web page just for that build. For one build, they have a freaking wiki page. And the cool thing about Path of Exile is these little fuckers, these Roas, you can die in the first level. Oh, 100%. And the person who made that that build, they're the ones that came up or like made the wiki for it, which is insane. But yeah, this game can be pretty confusing. That's why in Path of Exile 2 they are making it easier for people to be able to go in and not have to follow a build guide. Because you might be able to, you know, come into the game, start the game not knowing what you're doing, and go through the build, you know, the skill tree, and make a build through the maybe Act 1 through I'd say 7, and then the game gets real, and then shit gets real. But that's the fun thing about it. If you're willing to learn, this is definitely a good game for you. But I'd recommend Path of Exile 2. There is a leveling up system. I'm hiding it. This bar right here behind me. That's how I'm getting these skill points. You get skill points to be able to sock it into here. See, like, I'm level 6 right now. It's just, there's 100 levels. Hi.
Now that you managed to kill a granddaddy crab. A pity you couldn't lug it up out of the caves for us. Could have made quite the chowder out of it. No matter. We've got one less reason to fear the dark. And I've got one more thing to thank you for. I've traveled inland. A miser!
Hello. God hasn't abandoned us. Hello. While we live, we are blessed.
It would be wrong to do that here. I cannot do this yet.
Yes, they do. Yeah, so that the gems are your skills. That's how you get your skills. You don't get them from the skill tree. What the tree is literally just a for like extra health and you know extra stuff. So like more health, more elemental resistance, Um, let's see. There's one node, or is it life? Um, skills cost life instead of 15% of mana. But your skills, your gems. So this is ground slam. This is the main one I'm using. Uh, that's ground slam, and then there's support skills like this one. It's called ruthless. It tells you which ones it supports. So what it does, right here, it says every third attack with supported melee attacks deal a ruthless blow. Ruthless blows will support skills. With supported skills, deal 70%, 74% more melee damage. And then some is like elemental. Elemental, 9% increased duration of elemental alignments on enemies. So like alignments are like burn, your burn on enemies, or what else? Poison, damage over time stuff. And then like there's movement skills, which is frost blink. This right here, just a movement skill. Yep. How do you get them? From enemies, or do you have to buy them? Both. You can buy them, or you can get. Well, actually, there's 3 ways. You can buy them. You can get them from for quest rewards. And you can get them from enemy drops. So you can buy enemy drops or quest rewards.
I cannot do this yet.
What about the potions? The flasks, same thing. You get them from quest rewards. You can buy them, and they drop too. See, like right here. That's a good. That's a gem right there. Summon raging spirits. It's one of very good actually. See, like this totem I put down. It's a decoy totem. Like I put it there, and they won't even pay attention to me. See, and then here's a large mana flask. The game's slow, depending on what character you play at first. Like the first little bit, and then you know what you're doing, you can speed it up. You can get more movement speed on your boots. I think chest piece.
A slave is not a man. A slave is not even worthy of death.
Can you mix and match them however you want? you can mix and match everything. Yes, there is rolls on flasks, and I'll show you what I mean by that. There's rolls on flasks that help more than others with certain builds or whatever. Let me find one. So this one. This one has this is a increased stun duration. So this one, the light blue text that you see is used when charges reach full. So it's pretty much automating it, so you don't have to play the piano with your flasks. But this one does 21% increased duration of the flask thing, and then there's 60% reduced effective chill on you during the effect of the flask, and reduce freeze duration during the effect of the flask. So there's like fire resistant ones, there's increased damage ones, suppress spell damage ones, there's all elemental resistant ones. There's so many. Like that one I can get rid of. So like this one's Quicksilver, this one's increased movement speed. So now I don't have to use these because they're automated. And then you can use this to put the effects on them. So you can sit there and re-roll them. You got to be careful because they are one-time use only or not. No, you can continue to use them. They refill and all that, so yep. See, like this one, so I'm gonna go with armor for this build. While this is in effect, I have 42% increased armor duration. I could show you, effect during the effect. So right now my armor is 200. When I use, which one is it? Oh, I can't use it in town. Give me 1 second.
The tale of Brutus.
Get faster attack. Purchase. Go here. We want burning damage. Add fire damage.
Farewell.
There's a fire.
So, my armor right now is 200. Which one is it? Okay, so watch my armor. Now it's 271 during the effect. So that's 271. And then my elemental resistance, so my fire res, cold res, lightning res, 26, 19, 19. When I press it, they go up to 61, 54, and 54. Yep. And then I just got a faster attack support. It increases your attack speed by 20%. Which is just nice. Who doesn't want more attack speed? Because once you get to the end game, this is more... I'd say this game is about speed. Because the faster you can get through the game or through a map or a dungeon, the more currency you can get, the more loot. The gyms had levels. Can you level them up, or is it just higher level gyms and axe? No, no. You can level them up as you're killing. If you see right here, faster attack, it's a level 1. When I'm getting kills, see how it just leveled up? It's level 1. Now, it's a level 2. So now it's 21% increase instead of 20%. Yeah.
I cannot do this yet.
And as you're getting kills, your flasks recharge. Or it's overtime, depending on what you have. The max level, the max regular level, just by leveling up, is 20. But you can, like, the in-game stuff I do, it's for strong boxes, which are your loot boxes throughout the map. You can get them up to level 23. Here, I'll show you. There's a, I'll show you the strong box. This is a strong box. They come in white, blue, and rare as in yellow. So it's essentially just monsters guarding it. You kill the monsters, and you get stuff to drop like this. Life flask. So see, I want that one. I don't need these because I have a whole stash full of them. Like with this, I'll be going with this build. I'll most likely be going with a damage flask, increased damage flask, a armor flask, elemental flask, and a quicksilver. Because once I get towards the end game, I won't really need a life flask. And here's our first major boss. His name's Brutus.
You will know my misery. Come and share it.
I'm out of flask charges. So it's going to be slow and steady wins a race.
Your spirit is the plaything of the ancestors, slave master.
Because I have no mana regen.
The warden's food.
So now we're going to get rid of... we're going to go with Leap Slam. I'll show you. So we are going to go here. So see the color of these sockets? Well, with Leap Slam, I need red and a green for faster attack. So there we go. Leap Slam. And then now I'm going to go over to her.
For some, death is welcome.
Purchase. We're going to get faster attack. Now our Leap Slam, which is a movement skill or a damage skill, we will the Leap Slam will be faster. See, you get flasks.
Goodbye.
Oh, we want shit. There you go. So see how this has evasion rating? We're not going to go evasion rating.
It would be wrong to do that here. Cannot do this here.
And we're actually going to move these.
My money is gone.
Oh, change the color? I got you. It's called a chromatic orb.
It would be wrong to do that here.
Here, I'll buy a piece of gear and I'll show you.
While we live, we are blessed.
So it's called a chromatic orb. Reforges the color of sockets on an item. So say you want, I don't know, a red and a blue. There you go. There's your red and blue. Or you want all blue, or you want all three. And then you use for to get a white item to be a rare item, you use the Orb of Alchemy. Or you can do where is it? Orb of Chance, which it'll pick a random rarity. Or you can do a magic is a blue. So you can do this, and now it's a blue. It is totally random. You can somewhat choose the colors in your crafting bench. And you can even take a blacksmith stone, and you can quality the item, which is pretty cool.
It would be wrong to do that here.
See, like, I want fire damage on here. So I can take this, the Chaos Orb, and keep spamming it until I get what I want. So we want physical damage and fire damage. So there's fire damage right there. But it's not what I want. Here's a good one. See now, 106k damage right there. I mean 106.8 damage right there. So the one I just did is not as good, and that's because this one has physical, strength, and fire damage. So you can also do this. This is a later game thing. You go to your crafting bench, and you can add. These are all the crafting items you can do. But you got to be careful because they do have levels on them. So we want like fire damage. But I'm at level 16, so I'm not going to do it. It's already got fire damage on it, so we can't do that. If anything, we want to do other than the level. It tells you right here, like for this one, it's an orb of alteration. This one's an exiled orb, orb of alchemy, chaos orb for this. You can even put, this is where you can choose almost exactly what you want. So let's say you want 2 green, one blue. You can go here. See, 2 green, 1 blue. But you need the 100 chromatic orbs to roll it once. So it's, see what I mean when I say it's a steep learning curve for sure. Super steep. You'd be better off. Yeah, it's like I said. There's people that have like 10,000. I mean, have 10 years in the game and they still don't know what the hell is going on. I mean, they do, but not everything that's going on.
Strength isn't everything.
There's YouTube videos of that some of the bigger content creators, they will literally start a character, and every step they make from the beginning of that character on the beach, because that's where you start, to end game, they will say everything they're doing. So if they're picking a skill, they'll say, okay, well, we're doing this. We're gonna do this. And they're like 8-hour, 9-hour long YouTube videos on just explaining what they're doing for new players. It's insane. But it's cool that they do that, you know, because if I didn't have the people that helped me, you know, followers that helped me, I probably wouldn't be playing the game because it's pretty. There is not tutorials in game. They're gonna be adding. There is tutorials, but they only help out a certain amount. When you first start on the beach, because that's where everybody starts, is on the beach. There is a thing that says skip all tutorials or not. Obviously, I chose to skip them because I somewhat know my way around the game. And they're actually They're putting, once Path of Exile 2 comes out, they're adding stuff back into Path of Exile 1 when it comes to, when you click on a gym, it'll show you what it does before you actually, you know, choose that gym, which is nice. So there's no really any crafting tutorials that I know of in the game. And there's a lot of dead ends in this game. So that if you're new, it'll piss you off. Actually, I'm not new and it still pisses me off. Are you talking about when it comes to the story? Yeah, pretty much you can explore, but you do have to do, I'm skipping a lot of it, like not talking to the NPCs in town and stuff, because I know what I need to do to get to the next, zone, but there is a path you gotta follow. Like this, I probably should have talked to, what is his name? Fairgraves first? Like, I could have talked to him, and then he would have told me to go kill that person, grab that quest item, the All Flame, but I already knew what to do, so I can just go straight to it and then talk to him after. They're pretty much just, it saves time. So you don't have to go and talk to the NPCs to do the quest. You can go and grab the quest item if you know where they're at, and then you can go back and go to the character and talk to him and get the reward, which is nice. If you're a new player, I would definitely, the dialogue the storytelling's not the greatest, when it comes to what's actually happening. They're fixing that in Path of Exile 2, which is nice. But the tutorials, you can skip dialogue if you don't care about what's actually happening in the game. But the tutorials, I highly recommend you do.
If you must take
This is actually really good to get right off the rip.
goodbye.
But I already have it, so I can just sell it. Or I can just drop it out and you can sell it.
Fairgraves was a good.
I mean, there's really no dialogue to skip, actually. That's the funny thing. So this is the first. This is the Act 1 boss. Um, there's multiple bosses throughout the acts, but this is like the main one to get into Act 2. She can be. This is the one that'll check your build. You're early, even though it's super early. Pick up everything and sell it, for example, or is it that just you? Just yeah, I have so much farmed already. I don't need to do it. I'd recommend doing it. Like, I don't even need to be starting a new character. I already have this character at a high level, 2 of them. So I could just respec and do a build I want. But we got 5 days, a little over 5 days until Path of Exile 2 drops, so I'm just killing time. Plus, I like going through the campaign. A lot of people don't, but I do. Because the campaign, it could take, if you're new, it can take a very decent amount of time. It's a big game. It's 10 years in the making. So when you get in, you're not playing all 10 years of content because some stuff isn't in the game still. But it's a lot. Hidden stuff that you can miss, quest or something, or is it straightforward? If you pick up all the quests from the people and you do all of them, you shouldn't miss anything. But you can you can type, like, for extra there's skill points that you get from leveling, and then there's skill points you get from killing certain things, or doing certain quests, killing certain people in quest, or getting a certain quest item. You can type in what is it? I think it's / points, I believe. No, it's what is it? What is it? 'Cause I have a hotkey for it, so I can just hit a hotkey. But you can those I used to miss all the time. Actually, this is better. Yeah. So there is some stuff you can miss, but if you're grabbing every quest from all the NPCs, of course there's some you don't need to do because they really don't give you much. But I'd recommend doing most of them, or not. I know I'd recommend doing all of them at first. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, I died.
I give you to my ancestors.
But I would highly recommend look on YouTube. It sucks, but look on YouTube for a just do Path of Exile builds and see what you like and go from there, because you could play the game without having to do, follow a build guide, but it can get very, very sticky towards the end game. Yeah, if you don't want to suffer, yeah, I would look up a build guide for sure. Because I wish I could show you, but it's on my streaming PC. The path of building. Or you know what? I might be able to. Let's see. Here. No. Of course. Here. Display capture. I already have. Okay, so this is path of building. This is not my gameplay. This is path of building. So you can I need to name this. Order. So right here. So this is someone else made this build. So you can literally follow as you're going through your character. You can follow what they have done. Tells you all the stats, like how much strength, dexterity, or intelligence you should have, how much life, how much resistance you should have. Then it goes into deep, like what skills to have in your helmet, what skills to have in your gloves, what skills to have in your boots, your chest piece. You get what I'm saying? Just looking at, yeah, exactly. That's why this path of building is amazing. Then it tells you your weapon 1. It tells you what to have on your weapon 1. It tells you what to have on your weapon 2. What to have on your helmet. You get the point. Then your flasks. It tells you what flasks to have. What jewels. Jewels are what you socket into. I'll show you on the skill tree. That's path of building. So the jewels, they go in this. They go in this socket. Like here, I'll show you. See right here? This is a jewel. And all these jewels have different rolls on them. So like we're doing fire damage with axes. Okay, so this one's increase attack speed with axes. This one is daggers, traps, poison, uh fire damage over time. It's literally insane. And that's why a lot of people get turned away from this game is because that like what you just said it is giving you pretty much giving you a headache. So like I'm going to take this and I'm going to socket it in here. Now I'm doing more fire damage. Is it also random like what jewels you get along the way? 100%. It's totally random. Everything is totally random. Uh, not everything. I lied. So everything's totally random except for unique items. So unique is your like your highest tier item. So you got your white, you got your rare, you got or you what is it? You got your white, your blue, your yellow, and your unique, which is rare, your orange or whatever. Same build as someone else if you don't get the same jewels. So there's a thing called Exile Path of Exile trade. Um you can go and purchase with in-game currency. So let's say you need uh increased maximum mana, increased damage, more life. And that's what it says in the build. Here you go. You want more resistances, you want poison damage. Yeah. There's a lot of this game has a lot. It's
Going?
it's it hurts. That's all I got to say. It hurts the brain a little bit. But no, you are not you might not find the exact same um armor, but you could because not people craft this from a base item. You could find that exact armor piece that you are looking for. What am I looking for? So there's a trade website, which is nice. Is it Vitality? Yeah, it's pretty crazy when it comes to builds.
I witnessed your back. Return soon.
Like I can also go to my hideout, and the hideouts are totally customizable too. Like here, I'll show you. Here. Oh, I gotta trade. Where's Helena? Uh, but is there a limited amount of the jewels jewels, for example? Like if everyone wants to use the same one for a build, is there a point where you just won't get the jewels anymore? So are the games connected with each player? No. There's always always more there's always more, or there's always a lot of stuff. Like I've never ran into the problem where there wasn't enough for me to um find that item that I need. If that makes sense. Like I've never ran into that issue. It's because there's so many people playing the game. So many people playing the game that it'd be damn near impossible. I mean, there is a chance. I'm in my hideout. I'm crafting at the moment. You just can't see the craft because I'm in front of it. So you can fully customize these hideouts, which is pretty cool. Where the hell is Helena? Oh, okay. I have to complete the complete the quest. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's your base. You can find them on online. You can build it yourself. There's like full decorations. Like you could put your animals in here that your characters. There's so much. So like this I found on a website. It's like super efficient because your map device is here, and then like all the people you need, your crafting benches. Yeah, it's a companion. Um, Here, like I have a horse. They don't do anything. They don't do anything, but they're just cool to have. They're just a microtransaction. No, they can't die. No. They're just they're just a microtransaction. They're just there. Go back to my build. If I can find it. Can you party with others? Yes, you can, up to 6 players altogether.
You have a power.
There's no blacker magic than death, witch.
You and me. The road.
I don't know why it's telling me to do that.
I have seen one travel far. I have seen those bears.
Keep your wits about you.
I am Nina. A beast.
So you can pick up all the quests. If you really want to. Which I highly recommend when you're first starting out. If you miss a quest, is there something in the future that you might not be able to do? Like, are some of the quests connected to each other or anything? No, not necessarily, no.
It would be wrong to do that here.
You can... You, if you're doing the main story quest and you miss out on a quest, you can't progress further. Like some doors will, like a door will be locked or something. If you miss, the main thing you want to be careful of is missing your quest, your side quest, to get more skill points to put into your passive tree. I just forgot what you type in chat. I don't know if you're on console or PC. You can type something in and it'll let you know what skill point or side quest you missed for your skill points. I think there's 24 total side quest skill points. I think there's 24 skill points that you get from side quests. So you'll have like 124 altogether once you hit level 100. If that makes sense. Back between acts, or do you have to just...
Twinkle, twinkle, assholes.
Yo, Saga, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Your reign is
How's it going? Can you go back between acts, or do you have to just reload if you miss something important? You can go back. You can go back. / there you go. Thank you. I have a hotkey, so I didn't really need to... It's / passives. And that'll tell you, this. I mean, I only have 2 so far, but yeah. I'm doing great. I'm killing time, getting ready for Path of Exile 2. Kind of just going willy-nilly. Not really following a build guide.
It would be wrong to do that here.
Days ago, I have been spending a lot of time playing through since I have off for Thanksgiving. Yeah, this is a perfect in Act 8 currently. Okay. Are you just going off and doing your own build, or are you following a build off YouTube or something? Yep, there you go. Okay. What build are you going with? Blink Elemental League start by... Okay. It's a good one. Blink Ignite. Okay. Yep, that's a good one. It's a good thing about this community. A lot of helpful people that have years of knowledge. I don't have years of knowledge. Wish I did. I will. I will when it comes to Path of Exile 2. And I will with this, because I'm not going to just stop playing this. Playing the early... oh, yes. I will be doing 24-hour stream. Guaranteed 24-hour stream, and then if I can continue more, continue on past survive the 24 hours, we'll be playing more. I'm gonna be doing a all lightning sorceress build. Because my dude ain't in the game in early access yet. Marauder, so it's where is it?
1 minus. I used to pay this.
I'll show you. Where is it? I had it up. Am I not following them? This right here. Yep, that's the build I'm going with. I mean, I'm gonna go. Obviously, there's no build guide for it, but I'm gonna go off that. Those 3 skills I'm gonna go off of, and then just figure it out myself from there. I think I have decent enough knowledge in this game to be able to figure it out, you know. Fire though. Yeah, there's so many abilities in the game. It's even for me, it's gonna be hard to stick to what I'm picturing. All right, so next. Next, we're gonna go bam, 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 and then we're gonna get the recover 10. Or which one is it? We're gonna do recover 10% of 10%, no. 10% of damage taken, recouped his mana. Look at this little trap. Yeah, the 3 classes I plan on trying are Sorceress. That's gonna be my first class, and then I'm going with Monk, and then Warrior. I'm gonna let people figure out Warrior before I step into that, because it seems so slow.
There's, you say that I'm so. It would be wrong to do that here.
The white beasts.
What other classes are there? In this game or in Path of Exile 2? Both. In this game, I think there's 5, I believe. Path of Exile 2. In early access, there is 6. I think there's 6. Yes. Yeah. So there's Path of Exile 2 early access. There's the Warrior, the Sorceress, Ranger, Monk, Mercenary, and the Witch. So that's six in there, and then I don't know how I'm not knowing this. Here, I'll log out because I don't remember. 7. So you got your Templar. What does this dude? Shadow. You got your Marauder. So this chick is a Scion. Once you beat the game, you unlock her. She's kind of like right in the middle of the whole skill tree. You got your Ranger, which will be in Path of Exile 2. You got your Duelist and your Witch. So Scion. So you got right here, you got your Marauder start point. You got your Templar start point. You got your Witch start point. You got your Shadow start point. You got your Ranger, Duelist. Scion starts right here. She starts in the middle.
It would be wrong to do that here.
And you can go back to Axe right here. I forgot to tell you that earlier. So like the way forward, that is an Act 1. What do you call it? It's an Act 1 but Act 2 quest. I need to go back to Lionel's Watch. So you just click on it and go there. The 12 classes in Path of Exile 2 are Warrior, Marauder, Ranger, Huntress, Witch, Sorceress, Duelist, Mercenary, Templar, Monk, Shadow, and Druid. Yep. But in early access, at start, you're only going to have 6.
Damn me. Farewell.
Quite the late.
A stranger there. Still composing that poem?
I thought you were a fool for seeking. Be well.
Yep. Monk, Mercenary, Ranger, Sorceress, Warrior, and Witch. Yep. We're gonna go across and grab these. They're friendly, or is it all the same? So the cool thing about Path of Exile 2 compared to 1, Path of Exile 2 has it to where, Path of Exile 2, they're gonna have, you know how I was talking about skill gems and support skill gems? So the support skill gems support the regular skill gems. Path of Exile 2, instead of putting it in your gear, like in each, a chest piece, armor, they're going to have a separate window like this, but it's going to be just for your skill gems. And all the sockets, these green, red, blue, is not going to be a thing. It's going to be all white sockets like this. So, like, I could take this green one and put it right there because it's a white socket, meaning I could put any colored gem in that. Path of Exile 2, they're gonna have that. All your skill slots for your skills will be in there. Will be white. And then no, they don't go in your armor anymore. No. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna have its own separate window for just the skill. Here, I'll show you. This is how it's going to be in Path of Exile 2. This is a rough draft of what it used to look like. It doesn't have the green colors or the blues or anything like that. Hold on, let me find a better one. So that's not what it is, it's white. Here it is. Yeah. Where is it? Didn't we just see it? Yeah, so you get the point. That's what it's going to look like. And every skill, when you click on a skill and say, oh, I want this lightning skill, when you choose that, it'll have a tab in that same window that pops up and it says what's a recommended support gems, which is nice for new players. It'll say what it recommends. Like what support gem it recommends you use for that specific skill. Which is cool. And this, you kind of just gotta read a lot. I mean, you still gotta read those, but no matter what you use, if you're using the recommended one, it'll tell you. And there's also, for players that, have been in the genre, yeah, it's supposed to be way more beginner friendly. For older players that have played Path of Exile 1 and know the support gym system and all that, they'll have it to where you can toggle that recommended tab off, so you don't have to. Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, it does not. It doesn't matter as long as they're linked. That is 100% not changing in Path of Exile 2. As long as you're, at least in Path of Exile 1, as long as it's linked, see the little gold bar in between? That's your link. That means that these are all attached. And that goes for the same thing in Path of Exile 2. They'll all be linked. So as long as it supports that skill that you're trying, that you are using, or skills you're using, it'll be perfectly fine. It'll work with it, which is nice. Yeah, that would be. It would take Elon Musk to figure that shit out.
It slaughtered everyone! Help me!
The Oriath.
The spirit.
I gave the piety led us. Journey well.
It is a new.
It would be wrong to do that here.
How many main bosses are there? Was there multiple in one act? Yes. Are you talking about Path of Exile 2? Are you talking about this game? Path of Exile 1, I couldn't even tell you. Path of Exile 2, there's gonna be 100 bosses. 50 in early access at the start of early access. And they're unique bosses. They're not like reskin. And more will probably be added in the future. Yeah. There's so many in this game. It's literally insane. They are going to have variants of bosses in Path of Exile 2. Uh, increased amount recovered. Mana recovery occurs instantly. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Cannot do this yet.
Class like shapes and caps. Um. So there's different size flasks, as in like small your starter flask, which is just a tiny little vial, and the bigger and the bigger and bigger you get, you get more like life recovery. That's the difference between that. This this little twirly cap and the cap thing, that is because I put a mod on it. So see the use when charges reach full? That's the only reason why it's fancy now. So now I really don't have to press those to, yeah. Yeah, essentially, the life flask is you increase the amount that you recover of life when using it. Same with mana. I'm early.
My mana is gone.
We need more mana. Or no, we need more life because we're gonna do life costs mana. I mean life skills cost life instead of mana. That's why we're doing a lot of life regen. All right. Where are we at? Removes all mana. Yeah, that's where we want to make our way to. So where do we want to go? So we can refund these or this. then we need 2. So no matter what skill we use, we won't have to worry about mana cost anymore. Just gotta worry about our life, being able to sustain our life, because all skills will be used in life. But when you do that, you allow, instead of having that mana flask, you're gonna allow, handed sword. You're gonna allow another flask. So we'll probably do a damage flask.
It would be wrong to do that.
You are dream.
And then in order to respec, there's 2 ways. You could do here, I'll show you. You can go to this guy and go to this right here,
Let's see what
and you can
we
use
do,
gold
eh?
to respec. So we're gonna respec that, and we're gonna grab now all life, or all skills cost life. So now we can get rid of this mana flask. And we go to utility flask, and we'll do a damage flask. Actually, we might not be high enough level to do that. What level are we? 22. Okay. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do... Should be able to do an armor flask. See if we can re-roll it too. No, it's all too high of level. Don't really need resistance because we're good on resistance. We can do this one because it has increased armor during effect. Then we'll go to here. So the red is too high level and blue is okay? What do you mean? In the background of the flask. Yeah. It requires level 41. So like this one we'll be able to do, but not right now. we have to get 6 more level or 5 more levels. I don't know what the hell we're listening to. Oh yeah, and this is also all your quest. Like the ones that are dimmed out or grayed out are obviously the ones you've done, and then these are the ones that yeah, that you haven't done. Yes, it does show your progress. Yep.
Cannot do this yet.
Oh, you just wait until we hit in game. Oh, there's so much more.
And so a new...
See, now these gloves might be good. So we don't have to worry about mana cost anymore. It's got more armor and it's got evasion. What's giving me more damage? Oh, the attack speed. But gives us way more armor. So it's worth it. Do also those pieces with no gem slots do something special? Are you talking about these? So yeah, it just gives you more. They're more stats. This is a belt, so you know you can roll different stats on that. This is a unique ring. Since we're doing endurance charges, we need that because we get +1. And then this one's just more elemental stuff. We can actually get rid of this one because we don't need mana anymore. But can you modify them? Do they also level up? No. Your gear doesn't level up. Only gems level up. You can't modify uniques. Like these, this is a unique. You can't really modify it. I think you can corrupt it, which that's a whole nother. That's an in-game type thing. So I'm not gonna explain that right now, but you can modify yellow, blue, and white gear. Yes. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. Pee poop. Been unattended. This guy is got fire resistance. That's why it's taking forever to kill him. Yeah, the yellow mobs, they have modifiers. So if you're running like, and it's random, totally random. Like that one had fire and ignite resistance. So therefore, I'm doing fire damage. He was immune, resisting my fire damage. So you got, I think, what do you got, 4? Yeah, so there's 4 resistances. You got fire, cold, lightning, and chaos. Uh, it's chaos. It's just another or element. It's hard to explain because it gets real confusing with chaos resistance. Like you can stack chaos resistance. That's not the confusing thing. But like when it comes to you making a build around that, like around poison, poison is based off of chaos. It's confusing as shit.
Ancestors, forgive me. Wait, Tom, Father.
So now we're gonna be in Act 3 here soon. Is there a link between, for example, cold and fire? If you are fire resistant, are you more? Yes. No. If you You are a fire. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You want to stack fire, cold, and lightning resist, and definitely chaos resist. You want to stack it all. Because in game, like when it comes to your maps, which are essentially dungeons, it gets, and you start adding more and more modifiers. There's a lot of every element that you have to worry about. But if you're stacking, it doesn't stacking more than higher of one than the other doesn't make you take additional damage if you are stacked higher than the other. So if you have like 80 cold resist and 75 fire resist, you're not taking that. Does that make sense? Just enemies. Like having more of one resistance than the other doesn't hinder the other resistance. That would just be dumb. As long as you hit resistance cap on your resistance, which is 75, you can go beyond that. 100% you can go beyond it. It's like your safe cap of what you should have is 75 for all of them. You'll be fine at 75 on all of them. But you can get more tankier and more and stronger when you go up and beyond that cap. So like right now, I think we're 75, or no, when we use our elemental flask, we are at like the safe cap that you want to be at. I don't know why I came in here. This is a different act. This is act like 5. Not act 5, it's second half of the campaign. No, you can't. No, you're locked onto the map. Gotta go back to town before I forget.
I dreamed. Stay true to you.
You dish it for all of
Nothing like this.
It would be wrong to do that here.
What has... There's one. Keep your life to your own.
Fucking some of these maps are very confusing. Alright, here's I think the Act 2 final boss. What's a little skeleton? It was he's a animal, or I mean a companion. He was he was available during Halloween. Yeah, he'll like randomly pull out a microphone. Look at him. See him? Starts dancing and shit.
I give this warrior, Tava, to you, Yokohama, father of war. It is good to feel your warmth again, Ramako. Fathers like you. be wrong to do that here.
A stranger walks into it. Bring me back something nice.
Mademoiselle, there is nothing else.
You are a welcome sight, daughter of Namakus.
Tread carefully, exile.
We're back. Sorry, I'll show you what I'm doing. Going over the, figuring out what I want to do with the build. And another cool thing is, I can do this. Hit new. Then you can import. Go to settler. That, hit that. And then here's currently what I'm running right now. All the items. This is literally what's what's here. Pretty cool. Shows you all the pretty cool. Very convenient. So we're gonna go with the regen 1 life per second for each 1% uncapped fire res. So anything under, so it'd be 74%, 70, 74 life per second. It's called Path of Building. You have to download it. This is probably most likely where there'll be the builds for Path of Exile 2 will be in this, but a different version. So we're pretty much going to stack a bunch of strength, as we're already doing. It's player made, but Grinding Gear Games, which is the creator of Path of Exile, they allow it. They fully support it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Same with this. Hold on. So, back on game. So, the cool thing about this is so I can hit Control D. Okay, and then this pops up. This is the stats of these gloves, right? I can do this, and see, it's worth 40 chaos. Chaos is a currency in game. This is a third party. It tells you how much stuff's worth, like this flask. It's worth about 10 to 15 chaos. There's a whole economy in this game. Like it's a legit economy in this game. It's crazy.
It would be wrong to do that here.
Pretty wild. So the value changes even if it's the same thing. Yes. Later in the league, you could tell if a league is a season. They call them leagues in Path of Exile. The later in the season, the cheaper this stuff gets. So I'm gonna post a link in chat for you to go watch. Where is it? It's all. Can you predict it, or is it random? Can you predict how much it's worth, or what do you mean? Um, it depends on if you get a good roll or not. Yeah, you can. There's people out there that can. Yeah, there's people that So the biggest part of this game is having fun, obviously, but there's a whole economy in this game, and I from as much as I've played, I feel like people want to be as rich as possible so they can try as many builds as possible. Because once you get to a certain point, like in the league, and say you have a shit ton of currency, you don't have to find the gear and craft it and do all this, because the crafting system is like you have to be an astronaut. I don't even think an astronaut could figure out how to do it. I mean, they probably could eventually, but it takes a lot to craft because there's so many different currencies you use to do this to the gear, to do that to the gear, to do it's so much different stuff. So it's crazy. It's crazy how it works. I'm gonna post a link in chat so you can go watch the Path of Exile 2. If I can get it. The live stream. So that link is the reveal stream for Path of Exile 2. I highly, highly recommend you watch it. They explain a lot about what's coming to early access. Yep. I highly recommend it. Go watch that, and you'll learn a lot about what's coming in Path of Exile 2 and how it shows you a little bit on how to craft for Path of Exile 2. Don't think the crafting in Path of Exile 2 and what they show you in the first, like, I think 20 minutes or something like that in that reveal stream. That crafting is totally reworked and is not even comparable to, or it's not the same recipe as Path of Exile 1. But I highly recommend it. But I'm gonna call it a night, or call it a day. I'm gonna go chill with the girl. I've been gaming a lot, so I'm gonna go chill with her. Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, so Friday, I'll be on Friday. Oh, of course, of course. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you come back. So Friday, we're gonna do It's gonna be a long, long, long stream.
Twinkle, twinkle, assholes.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a long stream, so buckle up, bring some popcorn. A lot of water. Maybe even a jug to pee in. You'll be there? Alright. I look forward to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill with the girlfriend. I'm gonna get her to watch a Christmas movie. But have a good one. Go watch that. Go watch it. It's huge. Yeah, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. Have a good one.